Did you know Italians use about 250 hand gestures daily? That's right, the Italian language is as much about the hands as it is about the words. The art of Italian hand gestures is a fascinating aspect of this vibrant culture. You see, in Italy, communication isn't just about what you say, it's also about how you say it, and that's where hand gestures come in. These gestures are an integral part of the Italian language, adding emphasis, meaning, and sometimes even a touch of drama to everyday conversations. Let's take a step back in time. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, Italy became a melting pot of different languages and cultures. With so many regional dialects and languages swirling around, non-verbal communication became a crucial means of understanding each other, and thus, the art of Italian hand gestures was born. Fast forward to today, these gestures are no longer just a means to bridge language gaps. They've become deeply ingrained in the Italian way of life, passed down through generations, and used daily in various contexts. From expressing frustration with the finger purse to conveying admiration with the finger kiss, these hand gestures are like a secret language understood by locals. But these gestures do more than just punctuate conversations. They also help to express complex ideas and emotions beyond words. In a way, they function similarly to punctuation in writing, adding layers of meaning to spoken words. Whether it's the pinecone fingers gesture to indicate confusion, or the I can't stand you gesture to show annoyance, the Italians have a hand gesture for almost everything. So it's clear that understanding these gestures is more than just a fun fact. It's a key to unlocking the richness of Italian culture and communication. Now that we've established the significance of hand gestures, let's dive into some of the most popular Italian hand gestures. These gestures are like a vibrant visual dialect, painting pictures in the air as Italians converse. First up, we have the pinecone fingers gesture. Imagine clutching a pine cone, your fingers bunched up tightly. This gesture in Italian culture is a way of saying, "What are you talking about?" or expressing disbelief. Next, we have the stealing gesture, where one's hand is extended, palm down, and then quickly retracted back. This is a playful gesture, often used to indicate that someone is crafty or sly, perhaps even a little bit of a trickster. Then, there's the praying gesture. Now this isn't your typical prayer pose. Instead, the hands are clasped together and shaken from side to side. This gesture expresses a plea or a desperate request. It's as if you're saying, "I'm begging you." Moving on, we come to the "I can't stand you" gesture. This involves placing your hand under your chin and flicking your fingers outward. Yes, it's as expressive as it sounds, signaling a strong annoyance or dismissal. Next in line is the "I don't know" gesture, where the hands are lifted upwards, palms facing the sky. It's a universal sign of cluelessness, and Italians use it just the same. The "get lost" gesture is next. This involves the classic flicking off motion with an added Italian flair. It's a strong signal, telling someone to take a hike. Then there's the "who cares" gesture. The hand is raised, palm facing up, and then swiftly rotated downwards. It's a visual shrug, a nonchalant way of saying whatever. Next we have the horns gesture. A fist is made with the index and little finger extended, resembling a pair of horns. This gesture is used superstitiously to ward off bad luck. The "let's go" gesture involves a swift upward motion of the hand. It's a call to action, a signal to get a move on. Finally, we have the classic Italian hand gesture. The fingers and thumb are bunched together, pointing upwards, and the hand is moved up and down. This is a general gesture used to emphasize a point or express exasperation. Remember, each of these gestures carries a unique meaning and context. Misusing them could lead to some awkward moments. So, if you're planning to blend in with the locals on your next Italian getaway, make sure you've got these gestures down pat. Hand gestures aren't just for dramatic effect. They're an integral part of everyday Italian conversation. Picture this. You're in the bustling streets of Rome, and you see two locals in deep conversation. They're not just talking, their hands are flying, adding an extra layer of meaning to their words. It's a dance of the hands, a ballet of communication that is distinctly Italian. Italian hand gestures are much like punctuation in writing. A well-placed gesture can add emphasis, convey emotion, or even change the entire meaning of a sentence. They give life to the spoken word, transforming a simple phrase into a rich tapestry of communication. Let's delve into a few common gestures that you might encounter in everyday conversation. The finger purse, for instance, is a common gesture that Italians use to express frustration or disbelief. Picture a hand with the tips of the fingers and thumb touching, forming a sort of purse. It's as if the speaker is holding an invisible object of disdain. This gesture is a non-verbal way of saying, "What are you talking about?" or "I can't believe this." Next, we have the finger kiss. This is a sign of appreciation or admiration, used when something is exceptionally good or pleasing. The speaker brings the fingertips of one hand to the lips, then moves the hand away in a kissing motion. If you've just had a mouth-watering plate of pasta, this might be the perfect gesture to show your delight. And then there's the chin flick. This gesture conveys indifference or dismissal. The back of the hand is brought up to the chin, and the fingers are flicked away from the face. It's a non-verbal shrug, a way of saying, "I couldn't care less." These gestures are like a secret language, a code known to locals and used in various contexts. They are deeply ingrained in Italian culture and can convey complex ideas and emotions. Just like learning a new vocabulary, understanding these common gestures can enhance your Italian language skills and help you communicate more effectively. So, you've got a grasp on Italian hand gestures, but how do you put it all together in real-life conversations? Picture this. You're in a bustling cafe in Rome, sipping on your espresso, and you're ready to dive into a conversation with a local. You've got your Italian vocabulary down and you're eager to show off your knowledge of hand gestures. But wait, these gestures are not just random movements, they're an integral part of the conversation, like punctuation in a written sentence. Here's a tip. Start with the basics. Use the finger purse to express disbelief or frustration when the conversation takes an unexpected turn. And if you're feeling appreciative or admiring something, the finger kiss will get your sentiment across perfectly. But it's not just about knowing when to use these gestures, it's also about understanding the context in which they're used. The chin flick, for example, is a casual way of showing indifference. But use it in a formal setting, and you might just ruffle a few feathers. Now you might wonder, why all this fuss about hand gestures? Here's the thing. Understanding these gestures is like having a secret key to the Italian culture. They can help you navigate through social situations and even break through language barriers. And it doesn't stop at hand gestures. Facial expressions are just as crucial. Remember, Italians are passionate people, and they often wear their emotions on their faces. So, don't hold back. Let your face mirror your words and gestures. But most importantly, have fun with it. Italians love it when foreigners make an effort to understand and embrace their culture. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process. Remember, mastering the art of Italian communication isn't just about words. It's about embracing the full spectrum of expressions from your hands to your facial expressions. And there you have it. A quick tour through the fascinating world of Italian language and gestures. We've journeyed through a cultural tapestry woven with over 250 hand gestures, each a unique thread spun with meaning and history. From the expressive pinecone fingers to the dismissive chin flick, these dynamic gestures breathe life into everyday conversations, painting vivid narratives beyond the confines of spoken words. Remember, these hand gestures are not mere accessories to the Italian language, but rather, they are its integral part, as essential as punctuation in writing, adding depth, emphasis, and a dash of Italian flair to your dialogues. So, whether you're planning a trip to the beautiful peninsula, or just indulging your fascination for cultures, continue to explore, learn, and practice these vibrant Italian gestures. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Italian language and gestures. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more fascinating content. Arrivederci.